Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another video in my machine. Now, quick heads up, this video and the one after it in the T62A will not have any game audio. So, I apologise for that, but I made a bit of a mistake, but hopefully all the videos afterwards will be fine. Now, we're in a very heavy tier 10 game here. I'm in my machine, I'm platooned up with my friend Spandex, who's in the Sheridan, and there's 15 tier 10s on the enemy team, 13 on ours, and we've got 2 tier 9 light tanks. 2 artillery on both sides as well. Now, something you're going to notice at the start of the game here is, and something that's important to note, and it might be obvious to some of you, but you will see it all the time. Just because you're in a platoon with someone doesn't mean you just have to go the same way on a map or go to the same places or stick together. You can still communicate without fighting side by side. So what you're going to see is, I'm going to go down one flank, I'm going to keep checking the map here, and Spandex is going to go down the other and try and spot the, there's a hill that the other spawn has where a lot of people like to snipe from. Now I am seeing that there is a light tank following me down this direction as well, which is the RU-251. So as I'm racing the position here, you're going to see a bit of the thought process of positioning, which is the position I want to use, which as I come up to the hill here, I'm thinking of driving up here, but I stop and realize that the sniper's hill, from experience, will be able to shoot me if I get spotted, so I don't want to risk that. Now the RU-251 has only spotted the T-100LT at the moment, so I'm thinking if he's only spotted the light tank, I'll go in and try and help him. But what I failed to take into account is, obviously, the light tank's very fast, and I'm very fast, so I didn't give enough time for the enemies to really get to position. You'll see 2 of my shots miss, the 3rd one gets absorbed by his tracks, and the 4th one hits my teammate. I try to get a ram in, don't quite have to traverse for it. And we're going to see is our Lashley's going to die. I get shot at from the sniper's hill. I start spotting some enemies. Both artillery take a shot at me, and that's when, in my head, I decided I really don't want to be at this part of the map, so I'm going to get out of there as quick as I can. I do take a shot from the 277 right at the backside of my tank, but spotting those tanks, getting shot at from the hill and having 2 artillery shoot at me, showing that they're aiming that direction, is way more than I need to tell me to move from that location. So now I've decided I'm going to travel all the way back around the map to join Spandex, and I feel that they've just got too many angles on me from the position I was in. Now this is one of the advantages of the machine. Obviously it is a very fast tank, which makes it really nice for relocating. So, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this tank, having that mobility has been really fun and enjoyable to be able to work with. It's also really helpful when the enemies are trying to cap your base, and when you're in other heavies, you don't quite have the speed to get back to decap, so it has been quite enjoyable just having that speed on a heavy tank. So I'm loaded, and Spandex has just told me there is a T110E5 on a lot of health over there, so what you're going to see is I'm going to load a heat clip. Now again, this is that communication. Spandex telling me what he's seeing, because obviously they're out of my radio range, which allows me to get a slight advantage, and I could have got an autoloader. If I had to change ammo type when I got there, I might not be loaded by the time I get there. So having that advance warning, really helpful, important you let your team know. So our Jaeger's unfortunately going to die here, and what you're going to see me do is throw caution to the wind. I'm a very aggressive player, I'm just going to use my speed and race in. Now I hit 2 shots on the 140, missed the 3rd, and I'm going to save the last one for the E5. And now I know there's this rock here I can duck behind. And I feel relatively safe here, both from the artillery and the 140. And what you're going to see me do is, when the 140 disappears, I'm going to back up in such a way to where I can angle my tank quickly to either the left or the right in case the 140 shows up either side. Now, I forgot about the fact I had heat loaded, so I've loaded another heat clip, but because it's an autoloader, I don't want to spend 25 seconds reloading an APCR clip. So I do waste a couple heat shells here. I spot the 140 on the minimap. The T-54 lightweight on our team actually manages to kill him, saving me the shell, which is useful because the enemy light tank is a 2-shot for me, so being able to save these 2 shells was really useful. And you'll see I'm not reloading because I know I have enough to kill him in 1 clip. And you're going to see something interesting here. The light tank's disappeared, and now I know his sixth sense is gone. And you see me pre-aim the corner, because now in my head, I'm pretty sure that now his sixth sense is gone, he's going to think he's safe, and he's going to drive out around that corner. And that's exactly what he does. Now that I have time, I'm going to reload APCR clip. It was quite painful to be firing heat at that light tank. I gotta admit, I wasn't quite proud of that. Especially since I still do need silver. So, Spandex and the T-54 Lightweight, who's been having an excellent game so far, you'll see at the end of the match how good he did. They're going to go for the artillery, or at least Spandex told me he's going to go for the artillery. Now, from the information I received earlier, Spandex told me that a T-57 Heavy shot him from up on this hill. So, knowing that I'll be safe from the artillery because they'll have to go handle it, I'm going to drive straight towards the hill to deal with the T-57 Heavy. Also, now that the T-57 Heavy's been spotted and the artillery's been spotted, and more important, now that Spandex has been spotted, I'm hoping that the 57 Heavy will actually have his side to me. Which, as you'll see, is exactly what happens. Easy shot into the side of the turret. Trying to hit the weak point there. Then I unfortunately bounced the last shot of his gun mantlet. Now while I'm reloading, I'm going to try and spend as little time as possible exposed to his gun. But as you'll see here, I take a quick look to my left and I see that the enemy might have shots at me if I stay out there. So I'm trying to stay next to this rock whilst also avoiding the 57 Heavy, and I realise I can't back up, so I've got to drive forwards. I get penned once, bounce the second round. Start shooting his weak point as I load here. Although you notice his Spandex is actually sat behind him right now, but because I need kills for the contract, Spandex is actually not going to shoot him, so... If you're wondering why Spandex didn't just take the kill there, it's because he knew I needed the kills and was kind enough to let me have it. Now that T-54 Lightweight's actually fighting a T-124 at the moment and has him tracked, so as I'm reloading for the next 13 seconds, I'm just going to sit here and get ready to support him. The 54 Lightweight's been really useful to me, so it's time I repay the favour. I got one shot in, missed a second, and before I reload, I actually see there's a heavy tank in front of me, so I'm going to try and dump my last 2 rounds. It's a Chieftain on full health, 1 shot in, and 1 bounce. Now I've seen that our heavy tank's getting attacked in the centre of the map here, and what's going to happen here is me and Spandex are going to formulate a plan where Spandex is going to go help the T-54 Lightweight deal with the Chieftain, and I'm going to try and help this E5 and deal with these enemies over here. So again, that communication and realising you don't all have to fight the same enemy at the same time, splitting up can be a great thing, and in fact the right thing to do in certain situations. I missed a shot in T-100 LT, but thanks to the fact I'm shooting down on his hull, I can easily pan the pattern and kill him with my last 3 rounds. Now, because I'm reloading, what you're going to see is I'm going to back up to not allow the light tank to get round me, so now I can watch both the right and the left hand side. The machine's a very much frontal armour tank. You have to be pointing directly at someone, so it's important that you don't get flanked. So being aware of the possible positions where tanks can come from is vital. Now I'm reloaded and I want to kill this light tank. But as I come round here, you're going to see that I'm expecting to see a T-100 LT, and what I actually see is an almost full health 277. Now this has me wondering, is he coming around to my right? And there's a tank coming around, but it's not the 100 LT. I got a tracking shot with the first one, lucky fire with the second, and then put a third shell to finish him. And now, because I know Spandex and T-4 Lightweight are coming to help me, I'm not going to reload the clip, because I knew the light tank would come for me. And now it's just a matter of finishing the game, because it's 3v1. So now as he's getting circled, the 277 isn't even bothering me, so I can just sit here. Now the thing about the machine is, because of the speed and the weight and the armour, it's very good at ramming people, and I also have the controlled impact skill and the spall liner just for ramming. Hence why I tried to ram that light tank earlier in the game. Get the ram, I'm loaded, and just clip him out. Spandex actually picks up the kill here. He forgot about the contract and me needing kills, because we were quite excited that the fact we managed to pull that game back. Now as you'll see, I managed 6,798 damage, 1,138 assistance, and over 2,000 blocked. So yeah, just an important game where I made a mistake at the start. I relocated, so that I wouldn't die straight away, and that relocation and me not dying helped bring the game about. So that was a high caliber for the 6,798 damage, an ace tanker, a top gun for the 6 kills, and also a brothers in arms with spandex. And as you'll see, the tier 9 light tank fighting against 15 tier 10s had a superb game of over 5,000 damage. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.